Some roads are not just made of asphalt and dust. These roads are made of memories, fear, and unfinished stories. This is Indo-Tibet Highway, a road that doesn't just test your machine, test your mind as well. And today, I am here to finish what I once left behind. What awaited me was not just closure, but the timeless beauty of Kinnaur. Good morning, everyone. Chitkul, often called the last village, but for me, it's the first place where you meet yourself. There is no rush, no horns, no urgency to prove anything. Just cold air, quiet homes, and mountains standing exactly where they have stood for centuries. This is Baspa River, the lifeline of Chitkul. Every village you pass in this valley, either it's Raksham, Sangla, Chitkul, they all survive because of this river. Agriculture, water, daily life, everything depends on Baspa. I walked back into the village towards the temple. This is Mathi Devi Temple, one of the most important spiritual places here. The locals believe this temple protects the village from harsh winters, from uncertainty, and from everything that cannot control. The design itself tells a story, built using traditional Kath-Kuni architecture, layers of wood and stone made to survive earthquakes, snowfall, and time. When I flew the drone above, it felt less like a structure and more like an anchor holding the village together. And this is not the only spiritual side of Chitkul. At the corner of the village, quietly standing is a small monastery, almost like a garden, calm, contained, observant. Two religion, two belief system living together so naturally it feels complete. And maybe that's why Chitkul feels the way it does, peaceful, resilient, and quietly strong. And then there's Grumpy, a Gaddi dog, always standing on this pillar, not trained or commanded. From here, he can see the entire village, sheeps, yaks, and people. This pillar is not random. This is his watchtower. From here, he guards routine, not territory. We are going to cross this now. The road that I am riding on right now, it goes further ahead towards the Indo-Tibet border. So this is where things change. To ride further on this road, you need a green card. If you keep riding straight, it goes all the way towards Karwaba Temple. And that's the interesting part. The temple opens only once a year during Janmashtami. On that day, people don't just come from Kinnaur, they come from across India and even from outside the country. You don't need a permit that day. The IDPP arranges food for everyone, like langar, which is super cool. I think this is the last place जहाँ तक हम आ सकते हैं. What the fuck? This is magical. हाय सर, गुड मॉर्निंग. ये लास्ट प्लेस है ना जहाँ तक आ सकते हैं. और जो वो उत्तराखंड वाला एक रास्ता भी बन रहा था ना, वो भी टाइम लगेगा ना उसको.
यहाँ से उत्तराखंड.
हाँ, यहाँ से हर्षिल वाला रास्ता ना.
बना रहे थे ना, उन्होंने 3-4 महीने काम किए, तो अभी कम से कम 3-4 किलोमीटर या 4-5 किलोमीटर रोड वो बना रखे हैं. आगे अब मौसम ही खराब हो गया. कहाँ से
ऊपर फ्लैग पॉइंट है क्या? Right now, BRO is working on a new road, connecting Chitkul to Harsil, and honestly, it means stronger border access, fast army movement, but at the same time, Chitkul may no longer have the cleanest, purest air it's known for. Progress always comes with a cost, and for security, this road matters. I spent some time here with the army persons, took a few photos with them, some with the bike. Now it's time to say goodbye to these silent guards.
आपका नाम क्या है?
सर जी अभिषेक आनंद.
जाओ जाओ.
थैंक यू.
गाड़ी में बिठा.
So you must have seen हिंदुस्तान का आखिरी ढाबा in चितकुल, but this is हिंदुस्तान का आखिरी ढाबा. And let's go there. कुछ अच्छा खाना खाएंगे. Had some nice food, and you won't believe, a big size parantha with butter, एक प्यारा सा चाय, and a Maggie in just 140 rupees. Can you believe this? मतलब सही है ना यार. ऐसी रिमोट जगह पे होते हुए भी ऑलमोस्ट 12,000 फीट पे आप 140 रुपये में पेट भर के खाना खा रहे हो. That's just superb.
As the sun sets behind the Rangrik Range, it feels like the valley is quietly telling me it's time to move on. Goodbye, Chitkul. Thank you for the calm. Hello, everyone. Now I am going towards Kalpa. In the meantime, I am going to tell you a story. After the India-China War, India realized one thing: the mountain could no longer be left untouched. That's when Graf came here, what we know now as BRO. This stretch between Karsham and Sangla was carved straight into the cliff. Local says accidents kept happening during construction and work never moved smoothly. So, a temple was built here, not for the attention but for the protection. Even today, almost every driver slows down at this point and hands go up in prayer. Over the years, this road moved out of BRO's hand. Local PWD contractors took over. But even after the 60s and 70s, the road stayed the same. Now, once again, the responsibility of this road is back to BRO. And maybe this time, the route will finally match the importance where it leads. This is Kalpa, resting in the lap of Kinnaur Kailash range. Most people know it today for its views, its temples, and Rolane. But Kalpa holds a much bigger place in India's story. In 1951, when the country was preparing for its first general election, Kalpa became the first place in independent India where a vote was cast, once before the rest of the nation. Long before tourism arrived, this village was already connected through trade routes, administration, and belief, where Hindu temples and Buddhist monastery grew side by side. Kalpa didn't change to become popular. The world simply caught up to it. This is Sri Narayan Naginidev Mandir, one of the most important temple in Kalpa. Unlike temples built mainly for visitors, this one exists as a part of daily life, a place people pass every day, return to often, and carry quietly within the village. Just beside it stands a smaller companion shrine connected to the same tradition. In Kinnaur, belief does not exist in isolation. It moves as a system shaped by land, people, and time. This temple is deeply tied to Rolane, a post-holy tradition of Kalpa. Rolane is not an event, it's a way of life. This is not meant to be consumed or showcased. Rolani is not a festival for visitors. It is living tradition of Kalpa and Kinnaur, and it survives because it is respected. By the time the day ends, you stop looking for places and start looking for stillness. Kalpa gives you that space, not to escape anything, but to sit with yourself for a while. I don't need to name where I am staying. What matters is how it feels. The quiet corners, the painted walls, the shared spaces, the view that stays with you for longer than the conversation. This is where you slow down enough to ask yourself why you came here in the first place. What pulled you into these mountains, and whether you did justice to the time you spent? Thank you, Kinnaur. In the next chapter, I will return, not just to travel through this valley, but to understand it better before too much of it fades away. If you have stayed till here, thank you. It truly means a lot. If this journey connected with you in any way, feel free to like. I'll keep documenting this place with honesty and respect as long as I am on the road.